do, bitch. Make it do what it do, bitch. Yes, sir. We back up in this motherfucker. Back up in this piece. Yeah. There we go. That's a little better. That's a little better. Right? That's a little better now. Okay, let's see here. We got that. We got this. We got all that. Yes, sir. All right. Let's go ahead and get this here aeroplane set up. Yes, sir. Welcome back, all my beautiful aviation enthusiast friends. Welcome back to the best damn airplane show you ever gonna see tonight. More than likely, that's an airplane show. Episode, whatever you want to call this episode, that's what this episode is called. Yes, sir. All right, let's get our Malaysia. Oh, I thought I already swapped out the aeroplane. That's our jam from this afternoon. Let's go ahead and get this thing here rolling. See a top down. They hatin'. Riding dirty. We're gonna ride this Malaysia airplane dirty, son. There we go. Malaysia Air. Look how beautiful that airplane is. All right, we need to do here. Let's go up here and make sure we got live everything on right now. There we go. We got live that. And let's go ahead and got to do this last time. So we'll do heavy and we'll do MAS 2673. Was it 2673 or 2637? 2637. Yep. All right. Let me make sure I can hear myself. I think I can. I think we're good with the hearings, but let's see here. I always double check. Let me move this here piece to the side. Oh yeah, we good. All right, baby. All right, let's do this shit. I wasn't really sure what to do tonight, to be honest. I was thinking about, there's a new airplane I'm thinking about buying. There's this Piper FSR 500. It's based off of the Piper 46 Malibu. It's a really cool looking plane. I'm thinking about getting it. So now when I'm looking, because you're going to see my head like this most of the time because my screen is over here. You understand? So that's why I'm looking over this way. In a few days, I got to give these monitors back because they were from my old job, the job I just got fired from. So, I will be returning them. But, all right, so we got MAS 2637. That's in there. Let me turn myself up so I can hear this a little bit. These Xbox headphones. And let's type in, was it WMKK? WBKK. Kinabalu. And this thing took off from it was Terminal 1. Well, there's really not much of a choice. I guess that is Terminal 1 right here, I would think. It didn't give me a gate, it just said Terminal 1. Yeah, all right, we'll just choose over here. We'll do gate 8 for Cal Ripken Jr. Oh, that's small. We need medium. 13, 14. All right, we'll just do ramp 10. All right, that works. Let's go flying, baby. Yes, sir. Get ready to rock and roll. Wow. That's some good shit. Seriously, that's just Mountain Dew, by the way. Diet Mountain Dew. There's no funny business in there. I promise. I don't drink. I haven't had alcohol in quite a few years. Probably 3-4 years since the last time I had a drink. Now this Malaysia Air should be set up for us. I'm going to double check, but it should be set up for us. Let me go ahead and turn my mouse on because we need the mouse with this plane. For a lot of the, for some features, we need the mouse for sure. Some are optional, but for the most part, I like using the mouse. Okay, so let me put my phone over here. All right, let's click menu, hold it in. All right, let's just double check because I think I saved everything. So fail OP. Yep, we have those 3 MFD buttons right here. For some reason, when you have these 3, it allows you to do a Category 3 landing in this airplane. If you don't have those 3, then you can't do a Category 3 landing. Like if you do the other option here for auto land, then you can't do a Category 3. Category 3 is where it flares and rolls out on its own. All right, so that's good. And we can allow the GlideScope to capture before the localizer. All right, I'm pretty sure all this is set up properly, but I just want to double check because it's been a while since I've flown one of these Malaysia liveries in this plane. Oops. All right, let's see here. Yep, analog, yaw dampener gauge is good. Performance improvement package. All right, that's all good. 2 cabin layout. Yep. All right, yoke. Auto ignition, no. Pressurization panel, old. Window. Well, let's try new. Let's see what that looks like. All right, and we have the new nav radios. Okay, very good. All right, displays. This all should be good. Engine side by side. Always show that. All right, we have kilograms. That's good. And kilograms here. All right, very good. That's all good. Let's go back. All right, failures. We should have service-based failures turned on. Yep, those are turned on. All right, now let's go to options. We're just about done. Okay, sync barometers. We got that on. IRS option should be fast. Yeah, 30 seconds. Use last memory position. No. Okay, and let's say service-based failures are on there. Okay, very good. Engine oil used last. Wonder if we should do that. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? If we got the failures turned on, we might as well use oil from the last trip. That makes it kind of more realistic. And let's... Yeah, no, we don't want to use that. Okay, very good. Okay, that's good. Manual override, show thrust lever. Position, no, we don't need that. Realistic autopilot engagement is on. Airspeed allowed, we don't need that. We don't need V2. All right, we got 8X, time compress button, and autopilot disconnect on control. Okay, that's fine. And yokes, hide. Okay. And rudder only is correct. There's 2 choices. If you do this one here, you would think you'd be able to turn easier because you have a tiller and a rudder. That's what I thought for a long time, but it's wrong. It's wrong. So you just use rudder. All right, performance. All right, we don't need to worry about anything with that. And colors, we don't need to do anything with that. Okay, very good. Let's save this. All right, let's and we'll save. We'll just type in MAS for Malaysia. All right, very good. So that's all done. Let's go over to I move? I would love to figure out how to move with the mouse. Anyways, all right, let's go ahead and slide over here. And let's get everything set up for... I guess we'll have the trucks and shit come out today. Let's see if there's a gateway for us to... All right, no gateway. That's fine. All right, so actions. So for fuel, let's set that to a third, and then we'll have the fuel truck come over, and let's set our payload to empty. And return. And doors is, okay, that's open. All right, ground services. So the amount of fuel we need is 9671. So let's just type in 9700. We'll type that in here. Let's request the fuel truck. And I guess we'll request the maintenance van too. All right, and how many people's did SimBrief calculate for us tonight? 158, very good. All right, stairs, request passenger bus. And our payload is 3,900, so we'll do 1,000 here. And 2,900 in the back. All right, attaching. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and get our airplane turned on here. All right, there's our ground power unit right here. Here's our Pmdg bus. It'd be nice if you could see people going. You know, and or like bags going. It'd be nice if you could see that kind of stuff. But PMD, I don't know if it's just because it's Xbox or if it's just the way PMDG does things. But yeah, they don't model that. So, all right, let's go ahead. Oh, okay. Start fueling. All right, start boarding. Okay, all right, very good. Actually, let's turn off the... No, we can leave the mouse on for now. It's not going to bother anything. All right, let's go ahead and put our battery down. Let's put our ground power on. Go ahead and put our anti-collision lights on. And let's put our passenger signs on. Run those lights. And some lights here. And let's go ahead and actions. And let me turn my mouse off for now. We'll use that again momentarily. The thing with the mouse, like when I use the mouse, I only have to click one time on the screen, but when I use the controller, I have to double click everything. It's weird. I don't know why that is. All right, let's go to position init, and let's go ahead and align the IRSs. Let's turn this over to heading STS. Let's turn UTNAV and UTNAV. Come down here and go to next. should be correct. Let me look at yep, that's correct. I'm looking at the sim briefs flight plan. It's got the those coordinates on there. All right, very good. So once that's all done, all right, we can click start here. All right, we got the gang's all here. Everybody wants a piece of our airplane tonight. All right, before we set our flight plan, let's talk to the ATC and see what they think we should be doing tonight. Or actually this morning, actually. It's this morning over here. All right, depart straight out. Let's see what runway. All right, very good. That's the correct runway. All right, what's our pressure right now? All right, 2980. We're good. All right, we got the correct runway. That's all good. All right, we can release both of these. Still loading them, and we are done there, so we can release these two. All right, let's set our flight plan now. Let me get the mouse going again. It's way easier to do it with the mouse. Just with everything that's got to be typed in. So, WBKK. WMKK. WMBC. All right, WMKK. We have MAS 2637. All right, let's request a flight plan. See if we can do it. I don't think we can. Yeah, I didn't think we can. Yeah, it's grayed out. All right. Well, that would have been nice if we could have done that. All right, so let's depart on runway 2. We are doing the Egan 2F. All right, let's go back to route. Activate that. Let's go next page, and from there we are. Let me scroll up and get our flight plan here. So we have. Now let me see if is VIDIP. Okay, VIDIP is there. Okay, so M738. To IDSEL. Passengers are still going, and we're still loading. Okay. All right, IDSEL, then Y335. I'm excited for this flight. I love flying over this part of the world. Absolutely, especially during the daytime. All right, let's see here. Padley, is that what it is? Padli, very good. And then we have Y343. That's our last airway. 343. So nice operating a 737 and being able to actually operate it properly. Aerofly. SAROX. All right, let's do that. Let's go back to departure arrival. Let's do this. And we are doing ILS 32 right. This is our transition, and we are doing Saro 1G. Very good. Okay. That's good. Let's make sure that we don't have any discontinuities. Oh, we're good. All right. Let's actually go ahead and check. Sorry about that. There was a way to click. Anyways, I thought there was a way to click to move it. I'll have to read about it, because I would like to use the mouse a lot more. All right, let's check our flight plan and make sure that everything is good with it. So come down here and click step, and this will take us through our whole flight plan. We don't have the cruising altitude in there yet. We will program that once we finish putting our weights and all that in there. Yep, looks good. All right, if we were to program the cruising altitude now, it would be in there, but we would have to enter it again once we bring over the weights and all that. So, all right, let's go ahead and set up our. I don't think that we can set. Yeah, we can't do it in this plane. I was seeing if you could set the what the hell's it called? The forecast for climbing, but doesn't have that option. The Dreamliner had it. I was just curious if this plane had it. All right, what are we actually cruising at tonight? Let me scroll on this page here. The OFP. So it's 36,000 feet is what they have us calculated at. So we'll start our descent forecast at 31,000 feet. All right, so we have 310. Do 200 and 100. All right, 31,000 feet is 107 by 19. We have 338 and 5. And we have 26 and 10. That's all done. All right, passengers are all done, so we can actually release the bus and release the stairs. And okay, the door is going to close on its own. There's the stairs going away. As soon as the bus goes. All right, let's go ahead and save that. And that's really it for now. We can't really, well, yeah, we can set our transition level for our descent, actually. What is that? That is, according to the chart I'm looking at, 11,000 transition level is 13,000. So FL130 and cruise. Okay. All right, that's good. Are we done here? Yep. All right, so we can actually, I was going to start the APU, but let's finish setting up the FMC now. So, because now we can bring our weights over. So let's click init ref. Let's request. Momentarily, it'll say load. Yep. Let's load it in. Let's do this. All right, now our actual cost index is 10. Let's change that. Our flight plan fuel is 9444, so let's program 9.4 in here. And our cruise wind is 89 by 18. We are, let's see here, cruising at flight level B60 tonight. Our speed should be, let's see what our speed should be here. 0.76. 0.77. All right, yep, that's good. All right, let's come back here. Now our transition altitude for this area, I guess we'll make it 13,000 feet also. Let's do that. Flight level, let's do 13,000. All right, very good. Nothing on the next page that we need to worry about. Let's go N1 limits. Now I usually do 30 degrees higher than this, so let's set 57. I don't know if that's correct or not. That's just how I do it. All right, let's go to takeoff. Let's go over to this page first. Let's enter in the slope. Oh shit. No, don't remove it. Oh, you bitter bitch. It removed the runway. You dirty whore. All right. Let's plug this back in. All right. The slope is 0.03. That's 0. Okay. And the runway wind tonight is, let's see here. Come on, let's go. 120 and 3 knots. So, all right, there you go. So it's good to do this first, because if you don't do it first, then you're gonna have to do the V speeds again. So, all right, this comes in automatically, our center of gravity. Let's do flaps 5. All right, that looks okay. Let's try flaps 10 and see what it looks like. It's probably only one number different. Yeah, let's just do, well, I think we have a pretty long runway. Let's see here. How long is this runway? Yeah, I mean, it's 12,000 feet, so we can do flaps 5. All right, so that's all set, and I believe that's all we need to do, really. Legs is good. Let's make sure there's no discontinuities. I don't think there was. Yeah, we're all set, my friends. Let's go ahead and do that. And let me turn the mouse off for now because I'm not going to need it again for a while. Next time I'll need it is when we switch from standard to barometric pressure. I need that to interact with this standard button. Otherwise, it's all hell will break loose if I use the controller for that. Seriously. All right, and let's put him on flight plan. Let's turn the VORs off. Don't need them. All right, very good. Let's turn our dampener on. Now that the IRS is aligned, we can turn that on. Let's go ahead and put that on. And let's go ahead and start the APU up. We are cruising at 36,000 feet tonight. I'm saying tonight because it's dark where I am, but it's morning time over here. So I'll try to get better at that. You know, as far as saying what the real type of day. I'm an old man. I get confused. All right. I get confused easy. All right, and the approach elevation is 69. So let's just plug in 100. We should be able to put on our bleed here momentarily. Yep, APU is now good, so let's do that. Let's do that. And let's turn our bleed on. Packs on auto. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of the ground power unit. Make sure our parking brake is on. And let's remove the wheel chocks. And let's get our pushback cart going. So let's see, get our tug. And we are needing the pushback nose to the right. I think it's from this way. So I think it's going to be nose to the left. Let's see here. I think I'm correct with that.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. We've been cleared for pushback and start. They want the tail to our right. Copy that. Ready to push. Tail to the right. Parking brakes release, please. Brakes released.
Do we have any
Here we go.
altitude? No. Nothing, no constraints. And what is actually our V speed? Our V2 speed. .48 plus 15 is 163. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Oh well. All right, let's stop the tug. Damn it. Okay, so turn nose to the left, right? So that's from inside the plane. Okay, I thought it was from the reverse. I thought it was from like looking straight at it. All right. Put our parking brake on. Let's get rid of the tug. And we'll put you on. Put you on takeoff, you on legs. All right, let's fire up the engines. Thought I had it correct this time. Guess I didn't. All right, let's get the first engine on here. Oh, you know what? I got to turn the packs off. I was thinking that if they were on auto, maybe it would work okay, but guess not. Figured if they were on auto, they would automatically shut off to start the engine, but no such luck. All right, now we're cooking, baby. Let's go ahead and put our generators on. Let's go ahead now and put the isolation valve on auto, and now we can put the packs on auto. Now we can see our pressure starting to climb now. Very good. Let's put our taxi lights on. And we can turn the APU off. All right, let's put our flaps down to 5. All right, so V2 has stayed the same. All right, very good. Click on data. That way it plugs in, like, you know, the estimated time and the altitude we're supposed to be at and all that. So let's see here. Try to make this here U-turn. So we don't anger the ATC. We backed up the wrong way. Part of the world is so pretty. I love it with the mountains, and I mean, just we go. We made our turn. Put the tablet down for a little bit. I don't need that right now. The tablet with all the Navigraph stuff, we don't need that for a while. Won't really need that again until close to our descent, so we can plug in the ILS information and, you know, make sure we have the correct speeds and altitudes for the arrival and the approach. This is such a fun plane to fly, man. Pmdg did such a good job with this airplane. Keep this up so I can make sure that we still have the correct barometric pressure. It does come into play today since we are using live weather and live time and all that. Might be one of my favorite liveries. Like, out of all the liveries I've seen, this one's just like sleek. I like the blue and the red line. I don't know, it's just a good looking airplane. All right, let's let them know we're leaving. All right, folks, buckle up. We getting ready to blast off, bitch. Let's go. Put our heads-up display down, and we're gonna change the way this looks for our landing. Right now, it looks like this. For our landing, a lot of this stuff is going to be gone on the sides. You'll see. If you stick with me to the landing, you will see what it'll look like. Let's arm, because I set it up specifically for landing, and it's really good. It's a really good system for landing. We have to go down here and reprogram some stuff, but it's very easy to do. So, all right, let's bring you up. Let's bring you to the adults table, get you off the kids table. All right, let's go ahead and... What? Well, yeah, it's kind of hard to move forward when you got the parking brake on. All right, let's give it some gas. N1, the toga screw. You heard me correct. It's an actual screw for toga. Works pretty well though. It's locked now. We can put our flaps up. Put our flaps up all the way now, and we can do that. On our way to Kuala Lumpur. I engaged the autopilot kind of early because I like looking around at the scenery. So, you know, that's one thing with Aerofly I do like, is that you can fly the plane really well from the outside of the plane. If this thing had a horizon indicator on the outside, that would be great if it had a horizon indicator. But, you know, it's all good. Let's continue to check our pressure. This up to 21,400. Dew point, okay, it's still 2980. Go ahead and turn our landing lights off. Taxi light. Turn this off and that off. Yeah, boy. We will speed up a little bit as time goes on, but so I'm thinking about streaming something else on this channel. Like, you know, I do airlines all the time. I'm thinking about like doing Subnautica or like car mechanic simulator or farming simulator. Liza P I can finish up. Some of those 5BN games are really good, like those games where you have to like click on the screen and solve puzzles and find shit in the screen to use, like Legendary Tales or, you know, New York Mysteries or whatever it is. But I'm really thinking about, the Subnautica's only $10, and I haven't played it on a new gen console. I've only played it on PlayStation 4, so I'm thinking about it. Yeah, just an idea, you know, I'm thinking about it. heads-up display away. We're pretty much good for the remainder. Remainder of our climb. I mean, like, we still need to adjust it to 36,000 feet, but like, other than that, we're pretty good. Progress. Oh, we gotta turn the mouse on. Shoot. We gotta click off of standard pressure. Very good. Now we can put the mouse away for a while again. I think we're clear to 36,000 feet. So let's go ahead and plug in 36,000 feet. Good. Let's you can turn the seatbelt signs off. How's our center tank doing? Center tank. So our caution light will be coming on soon, but that's okay. Caution light will just come on to let us know that the center tank is empty. I can't believe nobody's checked this. Only 3 people have checked this out yet. Wow, that's very uncommon. Usually I got a few people popping in and out. I guess everybody's busy. Maybe I picked the wrong time to stream, I guess. Nobody likes me. Nobody likes me. All right, 18,000 feet. We're good. We're halfway there. Halfway to 36,000. Things looking good. I wonder when they're going to come out with this tablet finally. I mean, came out like 3 months ago for PC. We're still waiting on it here on Xbox. Come on, Pmdg, get off your ass, man. Come on, developers. Yeah, developers, let's go. Go. Get up an airway right now. Beautiful out today over here. real sure how long this flight is. And looking for a new job to work from home is tough, man. I still can't believe I got fired. That's still crazy to me. I mean, I wasn't making the kind of money I needed to make anyways there. I was close in the beginning of the year, and then they shut down our department and switched us all into this new department. And ever since then, it's been like a revolving door at my old company. Yep, ever since then, it's like a revolving door. I equate this company to being like the masters of the Unsullied. If there's any Game of Thrones fans out there, you know how the Unsullied, when Grey Worm was first kind of explaining how they do their, you know, when the boys get cut and the trainees, like, with our fear, you know, if they throw us in the water, if we're scared of water and they throw us in the water and we drown, that's good. If we live, that's good too. That's kind of how I feel about my old company. They hire a bunch of people. If it works out, that's good. If it doesn't work out, that's good too. Like either way, it's okay. All right, let's set our mileage out a little bit. And what is it saying? We got 80 some miles until the top of our descent. Top of our climb. All right, let's actually switch sides with that. So let's put progress over here, and we'll do legs over here. Because when we speed up our simulator here momentarily, I want to be able to keep an eye on the top of our descent. That's why I'm switching them now. I was so excited last night I was so excited about Aerofly last night. And, yeah, what are you gonna do? Like, it would have been great if I could have, you know, I was kind of getting okay with the frame rate, like I was wanting to kind of live with it. You know, but like, man, it would have been so nice if they just updated some stuff on the airplane. Like, it's a brand new airplane that they put out at 738-900 ER, I think it is. Man, they are so fucking lazy. It's like, it's reused liveries from, you know, previous years. That's not that big of a deal, but it is a deal. It's just not that big of a deal. But the inside, man, that it's the exact, like the FMS, everything is exactly the same that it's been for like the 777 for years with, and the 747 they have. And what really got me last night was, you know, they came out with this thing last year where supposedly when you look up at the panel up top, like when you look up and you need to go into the back, that the camera would move back with it, kind of like it does in this simulator. When you look up, you can just slide all the way back if you need to. If you check out that like 20-minute video I did yesterday, when I look up and I try to get to the back to put the IRS on, I have to like reverse the camera so everything's like upside down just so I can see it. It's crazy. I don't think we can go. Oh, we can. I forgot we can go in the seats. Check out first class, baby. Yeah, bitch. What's up, first class? Give me my champagne. Wow, look at that attention to detail right there. Look at that. Look at that. That's on airplanes too, man. Look at that. Like, they could have left that out, but they put that in there. That is cool. Here, buddy, don't you kick my seat. You got it? You just stay there and don't you kick a damn thing, buddy. Don't be kicking on my seat. We'll let Giga Chad take it for a while. We'll come back here and hang out with peoples. Good old co-pilot Giga Chad. Now I don't know how to get my camera on Twitch streaming from the Xbox. That I don't know. Like I would like to have my picture, I guess, on Twitch also. So the way I do this, I from the Xbox I can go right to Twitch. The reason I do that is not so much to try to get followers on Twitch. It's so I can use my Xbox headphones. Otherwise, I have to use the microphone on the laptop, and it's not a bad microphone. It's just, it's not as good as this one. So, in order for me to use my headset and the headphones, I have to stream from the Xbox. So I stream to Twitch, and then I capture the screen on my laptop and throw it up on YouTube. I've tried using the capture card and plugging into the capture card, but I still can't get the sound quality right. But I would like, if I'm going to put my face up on these, it'd be kind of nice to throw it up on Twitch also. But I don't know how to do that as well. I'm looking at my stream manager on Twitch right now. I don't see I've obviously, if I started the stream on Twitch, I could probably, if I had some sort of camera that I could connect to the Xbox, I could probably do it that way, actually. Because there's another USB import. I could probably do it that way. I'll have to look into that. If I'm serious about, putting my face on videos from now on. I think it's kind of nice to have a face with the voice. Yep. All right, Matt. These tanks will turn off. And now that caution light should turn off. Yep. I think it's kind of nice having a face with the voice. That's just me. As long as it doesn't really take away, I guess I could make it a little smaller. We are almost at 36,000 feet. Our climb speed is kind of slow, man. We are pushing the engines pretty hard. We got about 45 miles to the top of our climb. I think most of this flight is over open water like this. Because I think we're going southeast, I think it is. Is it? Yeah, 256. We're going. I guess we're going southwest, actually, not southeast. Yeah, I'm really thinking about doing that for Subnautica. I think that would be cool. Subnautica, that first Subnautica game is one of my favorite games of all time. The music and the scenery and the colors and the building mechanics and the vehicles and the story and Subnautica Below Zero was okay. I wasn't a huge fan of Below Zero. It seemed very rushed, and it was a very vertical game. It wasn't a big map. It was just a lot of up and down, but it wasn't like the first Subnautica. I mean, that's a big map and it's real deep. Like below zero is not as deep, and the above ground missions I didn't like as much either. Like the above ground stuff in the first Subnautica was really good. I didn't really like the stuff in the second game. I mean, I don't know. Everybody's into their own thing. I'm sure there's people that like below zero more than the first Subnautica, but it's not my place to tell you that your opinion is wrong. Wink, wink. I like when people tell you your opinion's wrong. I think that's funny to me. That's funny to me. Like, your opinion's wrong. Bitch, it's my opinion. How can it be wrong? It's what I feel. It's my opinion. Your opinion's wrong. Shut the fuck up. Who asked you? We are cruising, baby. We're about ready to go 8x up in this piece. 8x speed, 8 extra large. Oh yeah, we got, is that 800? I think that's the miles. Yeah, we got 820 some miles. Yeah, so we will be speeding up a bit. Now the thing with the speed up in this, it works really well, but it works really well like if you don't move the camera a lot. So like because the clouds on the outside here, the scenery has a tough time rendering on the Xbox S when you're going 8 times regular speed. A lot of this stuff has trouble rendering, so it's just easier just to stay in the cockpit and not like look at all the scenery. Let's just drink. What time is it over here now? What time is it in Maryland? It's just after 8 o'clock. Just after 8 p.m. My email, see if anybody emailed me about jobs. Nothing new. Back on Indeed. Like, I would love just to be a streamer for a living. I think that would be a cool job, but I am very far away from being able to make that a reality. I'm not monetized. So it's like, it'd be one thing if I was monetized and then I could kind of work an angle to get a sponsor for, for a little bit or something like that. But man, I'm not even monetized. I really wish that job I had worked out, but it didn't, because that was like the perfect job. Work from home, I mean, it was a pain in the ass. It was like a telemarketing job, but it was very monotonous. Yo, what's up, Epic Lemon? What's going on, bro? What's up, dude? Wherever you're at in the world, hopefully you're having a good day or night. We're about ready to level off, and we're about ready to kick into overdrive and go 8x speed. Let me actually lower this thing. We're going to hang out down here a little bit. And we got about 4 miles left, so when we go back in there, bring out my tablet. because we're going to need that here pretty soon for our landing. Let me bring up Navigraph again. I'm really thinking about getting that new plane. The more I've been thinking about it while we've been flying, and that Piper FSR 500, man, that thing looks so sweet. It looks like a mix between well, it's based on the Piper 46 Malibu, and it's a really cool single engine plane. But this particular plane looks really good. I just wish that it was on sale. You know, they're having a big sale in the store right now for Microsoft Simulator until like January 3rd, and this is like one of the planes that's not on sale. But it's all good. I'm probably still gonna get it. It's like $30. But I was very close to buying it for tonight's stream and doing it for tonight, but the night's not over, and I don't have to get up early tomorrow, so I might get it tonight and just do another stream, or I might just download Subnautica and start doing that. I mean, I know the game's like 6 years old, but I've never played it on the new generation console before, so I'm really thinking about either finishing up Liza P as like a secondary stream, or starting Subnautica, or Car Mechanic Simulator, the new Train Simulator, or Farming Simulator 22, which is, it's a pretty good game. It's a little boring at times, but I like all those games. Car Mechanic Simulators, Jesus Christ, that between the one that came out like a year ago and the one before that, I probably got over 1,000 hours in that game. All right, let's go ahead and go 8x. So let's turn our mouse on, and we have to come over here to this button over yonder. Button right here. We need to click this. And now we're in green. We're going to go 8x speed. You can start watching like the mileage start like blasting down. Now, one nice thing about the speed up from Pmdg, when we get to a waypoint, it slows down for the waypoint. Wow, look at the mileage going, man. It's like a stopwatch. But yeah, it'll slow down for the waypoint. And then like a mile after the waypoint, it'll speed back up again. But I'm kind of forced to stay in this kind of view here, because the outside has such trouble rendering at the speed that and then the plane actually slows down too, because it can't render everything so quick. So you're not going 8x at that point. I don't know what speed it is, but it's not 8x. Man, look at them. Yeah, boy. Hopefully we don't get any failures, because I forget where I stored the book for the failures. I think it's in my favorites. I found a booklet. It's like 600 or 700 pages long, something like that, and it's got like the step-by-step procedures for like every single thing that could go wrong in a 737. It's got like step-by-step procedures on like what to do. Time of year in Maryland, it's nice. I can keep drinks in the car and they stay ice cold, baby. Ice cold. All right. Fellas, yeah. Cold is cold. Ah, it's cold. I don't really drink soda during the day. For some reason, I drink it at night a little bit. Usually I'm drinking, it's pretty boring. Usually I'm just drinking water throughout the day, especially when I was working. Somebody texted me. It's county school system for my kids. All right. We're getting there. Got about 460 miles to the top of our descent. Now we're going to kick into overdrive again. Here we go. Look at that mileage. Good Lord. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's roll. You can go up to 16x in this airplane, but from what I've heard, it like doesn't handle 16x too good. 8x seems to be like the threshold where it like stops being like decent. All right, we're getting there. About 630 miles left to the destination, to Kuala Lumpur. I don't think I've ever landed at this airport before. I think I have. I'm trying to think. I've done a lot of flights in this region, especially recently. I've done quite a few flights. I know I've landed at Bali. I know it's not too far from Bali, but it's in the same region because they both, the airports both start with W. So W is that like Philippines, Malaysian, kind of Indonesia area. There's Singapore, and then Indonesia, and I think the Philippines are W's too, I think. I'm trying to remember. Oh no, they're in the R's. Never mind, it's not the Philippines. Their airports start with R's, like RPLL. I remember RPLL from the other night. I forget what part of the Philippines that was in. That might be Manila, I think. Turn off the 8X here momentarily and check things out. Let's go back to regular speed and go outside for a little bit. We're going over open water. Let me see where we are. I'm looking at Navigraph right now. So let's get the world map out. We're getting ready to cross over Terex. So the next landmass I see on here is Natuna, Indonesia. It's a little island, the city of Natuna. Galeric, Barat, Sididat. And then we're going to fly parallel to Tarimpa. And then Impol. And then looks like we're going to cross over final, like when we get ready to do our arrival. Looks like we're going to fly right over Kuala, Pahang, and the Nasi, somewhere in that area. Right on the southeast coast of Malaysia. Very cool. once we cross over this waypoint, I'll speed it back up again. Now, I haven't forgotten yet. I know we still need to set up our cockpit for our landing, but we got plenty of time for that. It's only, you know, a handful of things we have to do. I'll actually be right back. Give me about 45 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Yeah. Oh boy. All right, let's go ahead and go 8X again for a little bit. We got a very long distance to our next waypoint. Mile is just flying right now. Look at that. Like a mile a second. Let's see if we can look at the outside and see if it adjusts anything. I don't, but it, oh, there's a, what did I say that was? Well, I forget what part of Indonesia that is. What's Guido? What? Yeah, Renee. Natuna, Indonesia. That's what we're getting ready to fly over right now. Thankfully, there's not too many clouds, so we don't have to worry about it rendering. If it was like heavy in clouds, you'd see all these like black and white lines around the edges of the clouds because it. Whoa! Look at that! Look at it. That is cool. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, it seems like it does okay, like on the outside, but. Actually, we can actually slow down for this part. Let's do regular speed while we're over to landmass. I mean, it's not that much land. Pretty small little island. Cool. All right, let's go back to 8X. Just under 300 miles until our top of descent. According to the OFP, we should be descending. Let's see, after what waypoint? After Padley. Between Padley and Sirac. So where is that on the map here? Are we over land yet? Oh yeah, okay. So it looks like right after we cross over into Malaysia is kind of when we're going to start our descent. So now normally with a turn like this, I'd be a little worried, but this plane actually slows down at the waypoints. So it'll be a controlled turn and then it'll speed back up again. It's very nice. The regular sim speed increase that, is Microsoft's. That one, it doesn't slow down when you get to a waypoint or when you make a turn. It just goes, it like around, Last night I had that happen to me. I was like, oh my God. I thought the plane was gonna like throw the autopilot off because of how quick it was making its turn, but did okay. So we're just over open water right now. There's really nothing to see. When we get to about 40 miles, 30, 40 miles from the top of our descent, we'll turn off the sim increase. We'll turn the speed off. We'll put it back on regular speed. We got to set the altitude for our first leg of the descent. We got to program the course in, our delicious final course. The course that we're landing. We got a course of 326. Recommended altitudes, localizer, glide scope out. 14 miles, 4,500 feet. 12.9 miles, 4,166. Looks like it's about 4, so they want you to go about 400 feet. Down 400 feet for about every mile. Once you're 4 miles out. Once you're 14 miles out. Capture point looks like it's about 4,500. RMP landing, I wonder. I wish I could pull these up on the charts up on the screen here. Once we get access to the tablet, then we should be able to. We're doing pretty good, man. We only got 123 miles left to the top of our descent. MSS required for that. See, we could do an RNAV landing today. And they have a localizer there, so it would be like an FAC capture instead of a localizer and like a glide path. But I guess we'll stick with let's pin this one just in case. Let's pin that one so I can pull it back up later if I want to. It's the same. It looks like everything is the same, other than just like the last little bit. We got about 95 miles left. Let's go, baby. There we go. You can see the plane kind of move forward and back a little bit when it kicks into overdrive. Maybe we'll just turn it. Let's turn it off. Well, let's leave. I guess we'll leave it on. I was going to turn it off because we're pulling up to another waypoint, and then we have another one right after that, but I guess we'll leave it on until we get to about 40, like we said originally. Let's just stick with that. Well, now I'm watching these engines kind of go forward and back a lot. I don't know if this got anything to do with the sim increase or if it's just like the wind speed. Because it's at 21 knots right now, the wind speed. Now, you know, at our top of descent, it says 223 Zulu, and we're at 215, so it's about 8 minutes. So let's just click off of this and put ourselves back in regular speed. It's having trouble right now because how close these waypoints are. But yeah, I mean, the top of descent here is showing 223, and you know, it's 215 for, okay. All right, well, let's do this. Let's set up our heads-up display for our landing. And let's see here, we're gonna click on the runway information on Navigraph because we need the elevation and the length. So first we're gonna click on mode. So IMC, VMC, ILS visual. That's the mode that we're gonna put it in. That really cleans it up and makes it really good for landings. Let's click on runway. Runway elevation is 69 feet. So let's type in 69, enter. And now we are going to do runway length. That's 13,186. 13,186. And enter. Excellent. And now we are all set up. So now what that'll do is that'll put the reticle from the glide scope, the reticle in our heads-up display. It should put it right like smack dab in the middle of the touchdown zone. All right, let's type in our localizer info for our landing. So ILS landing is 109.1. We got 1091. And one. This airplane, you have to have both sides programmed for the exact same thing. And as a backup, we're going to set for the RNP landing, the required navigation performance landing, we'll put the actual VOR station 116.1. Put that as a backup just in case. I don't think we're going to do it, but we'll put it as a backup just in case. All right, so that's all good. Yeah, I like these newer panels. I like how it shows ILS, VOR. It's pretty cool. All right, what do we got to the top of our descent? 40 miles. All right, and we have, let's look at our chart here. So SAROX, we have to be below 25, below 23,000 feet for SAROX. Okay, well, we should be able to get there. Let's type in 23,000. And the course for our final course tonight is 326. Remember, in this plane, you have to set up both sides to be exactly the same. There's our top of descent, like I said, right after Padley. This is a really wild, I wish I could show you guys this chart. It's a really wild arrival, man. It's like, comes in and it just like curves around. It's really cool looking. Let's program a fix. So we have fix. Let's do WMKK. And I like to do 5 miles out for our landing, for our landing gear, and I like to do 10 miles for like flat 15. There we go. And we'll actually switch this again now. And what I want to do real quick is take us out of VNav and put us back in VNav. Since I programmed a new altitude and we've been in regular VNav for a while, I always do that. Somehow, I don't know if I need to or not, but somehow I think that that's gonna like make the VNav actually activate when it needs to. So I don't know if you need to do it or not, but that's just what I do. So we have 65 miles to go down 13,000 feet, and that's 13. Yeah, I mean, I guess that should be okay. 13, 26, 39. We'll need about 45 miles probably. Yeah, it should be okay. If I can show you guys this chart. Let me see if I can flip this around so you guys can see it. Look at this. Look at this arrival chart. Look at that thing. I know the screen's a little cracked up, but look at that, man, just like a big arc. It's cool. Yeah, I bought this tablet off Amazon. It's just a cheap Chinese, like knockoff tablet. I bought it to run Aerofly. I thought it was going to do a good job with Aerofly last year, but I was wrong. It only runs it at like 20 frames a second max. But well, you saw last night. I don't need to repeat myself. But anyways, like the first couple of days I had it, I dropped it. And it like landed right on the corner of the I'm like, oh man, like I cracked it like the first day, like the first week, not the first day, the first week I had it, I cracked it. All right, here we go. We are descending. Let's actually switch to, I like this one here, because it shows if we're too high or too low. I wonder, so I can't really use the controller with the speed brake, but I think I can use it. See, yeah, I can use it here just fine. Interesting. I can't really interact with it here. I have to like click on these, like here I can click on this, you know, or I can click on like arming it, but I can't actually drag it. Now I'm curious what our flight plan thinks we're going to be at here. Let's see what it says. All right, so we're coming in a little bit. We're doing okay. We're a little low, but now we're starting to even ourselves back out again, so we're doing okay. And there's our arc, which is letting us kind of give us an idea of where we're probably going to be at. The green arc is kind of like the airplane's way of showing us what altitude it thinks we're going to be at. You know, at that particular point of the map, you know, particular point of the route. It looks like we should be right on point. I guess I should have put these over to flight a while ago. Oops. I guess we'll redo the whole flight since I messed up a little bit. Right. We're actually descending very, very well tonight, actually. I'm a little surprised, to be honest. Usually it's coming in a little too hot, but it's actually doing pretty good tonight. So let's plug in now 17,000 feet. That's our next point. We need to be below 17,000 feet for these two waypoints here. And then we don't have another hard altitude to be at until... That's really it, actually. 894. Yeah, it's kind of... Yep. And we need to be at 17,000 feet or below by Vetco. Yeah, we should be there. All right, we're doing okay. Things are going pretty okay right now. Look at something again. Okay. Iguri and then 894. I wonder what the second chart that goes with this is. It would be RX 1G. Very good. And I don't know where it's getting. No descent path after Iguri, what? Whatever. We fly it manually, we will fly it manually. All right, we got 185. And 4,500. It's not 45 or above. That is not on the chart. Need to descend on our own, we'll descend on our own. No big deal. So what are we descending at right now? About 1,600. All right, so I think what we'll do after we get to 17,000 feet, we'll just take ourselves out of VNAV mode and just go ahead and just descend on our own at that point. Why is drag required? We're getting ready to level off. All right, if you think it's required, I'll put it on. We just are leveling off right now. Altitude hold. 250. We don't need drag, man. We're good. Let's click approach mode here. So once we pass Nukpa, then we'll go ahead and start going down again. We need to be at 13,000 feet by... Let's do 1,200 feet, actually. Yeah, by Iguri, so yeah, we got plenty of time. Actually do 1,000. Maybe not. Let's do... Man, we should get in a helicopter one day and just look at all these different points of interest. It's crazy. Look at all those. I mean, a couple of those might be airports too, but that's a lot of points of interest. We'll just leave it here at 1,000 feet. And let's see what is the METAR over here? 2988. So we're gonna have to flip that over here soon. Oh shit, sorry about that, buddy. I have a picture of my dad. My dad passed away a few years ago. I always like this picture of him. And he was in the hospital, one of his last times in the hospital. Yeah, he was in and out of the hospital for about a year. But that last time he went in the hospital, man, he went in there on like a Sunday night, and by Saturday night, he was dead. It happened that fast. He went in on Sunday night, and by like Tuesday morning, he couldn't really talk anymore. So his body wasn't expelling the carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide that's in, when you breathe in, you get oxygen, and you breathe out, you get carbon dioxide. His body wasn't expelling the carbon dioxide efficiently, and he wound up being poisoned because he just couldn't breathe. It's crazy. All right, so we're at our altitude. The next one is 10,000 feet. Let's set that. Altitude hold. And let's set our pressure. So let's come over here and standard. And let's do 29. This says 29, yeah, 2988. So we got, how many miles to the Guri? I mean, we got like 18 miles to Riguri, so we got a little bit of time. I don't know why we needed to descend so quickly. Whatever. Should be hanging a pretty big left-hand turn here coming up. We're getting ready to make a big U-turn coming up here. We're gonna go on a, I don't even know what heading this is, it doesn't show. Yeah, heading of 191 to Liguri, and we make kind of like a box. We go down, go and go up, back up to the runway. I think that's our airport right there, I think. That's not spelled the same, but SEPANG is what it's spelled in Navigrat, but I don't know, maybe that's it. Or maybe it's next to it. I don't know. That's a helicopter pad. All right, let's go down to 10,000 feet. Actually, it's over, we need to be over 13,000 feet for that. Okay, we'll stay here. It's a pretty wild landing, man. It's like, cool. Let's start slowing down now. Now this steep descent, we can either throw some flaps in the equation, which we may do to help keep our speed down. We'll see. We will see. All right, let's get ready to begin our descent. They weren't kidding. This is a steep descent, about minus 2,000. Get to 10,000 feet by that point. Slow back up again. 210. Some flaps down. Let's put our speed brake on, our auto brake. There's our airport right there. And now let's put our heads-up display down. Now remember, we changed it, so now it's set up for landing. So it looks way different than when we took off. It's got all this stuff on the sides gone, but it has the pertinent information. It's got the ILS info, the DME, how far away we are, our ground speed, our Mach number, our indicated airspeed, how far over the ground we are, our descent angle, our RNP and ANP, required nav performance and indicated, actual nav performance. It's got, it's just got like all the info, but it's clean. And this reticle, since we programmed in the the height and length of the runway, this reticle should go right smack dab right in the middle of the touchdown zone. All right, we can actually slow up our descent now. Because we're supposed to be at 4,500 feet at Motar I'm sorry, at Matka, and we have a little bit of, we should be there. We're going to be needing to slow down here pretty soon, so actually there's Matka there. We might not make it. Let's go ahead and, I've never done this approach before, so I'm not really 100% sure, you know, what kind of angle we should be coming down at, but I think this looks good here. And we can throw another thing of flaps in the equation, I believe. Let's put down flaps 5. And let's put this down to 185. Yeah, we never set up our approach speed. We got to do that. So about 145, I would say. Let's say in flat 139 plus 5. So say 144. Yeah, vertical deviation is saying we're about 800 feet lower than we should be. But it's all good. Let's actually, oh no, we don't have to switch over to heading mode yet. We'll let LNAV do its thing, and then once we make this last turn from Matka, then we'll go ahead and engage the VOR LOC button. Actually, we can just hit the approach button now, because our glide scope icon is showing up now, so we can actually just hit the approach button. There we go. Approach mode is active. We're making our turn. Flaps 5. Go ahead and slow down to 144. Let's go ahead and arm both autopilots so we can do a Category 3 landing. Let's put our gear down. We never did arm the, we never did put these lights on. Man, we were really early. Jesus Christ. I didn't realize we were so... I thought we were much closer than we were. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put our landing gear down and been at this speed 15 miles away from the airport. We're committed now, so we'll just stay the course. It'll give us a few extra minutes to look at all the scenery. I didn't know we were that far away. I guess I should have looked at the instruments, I guess. I was just very excited, I guess. very, very excited to land. But I thought we were a lot closer than what we were. I don't usually make those kind of mistakes. To be honest, I don't usually do that kind of stuff. But, whatever. Alright, glide scope is captured. We are all set. And when we land, we'll contact the ATC and see if we can get our guy with the sticks. Mouse off. Yeah, I mean, realistically, when I put this fix here, that was for like flaps 15. But what got me was, like, I guess there was no speed in between the 185 and the 144. So when I saw 144 on there, I was like, oh man, let's plug in our VREF speed, and I thought we were a lot closer. Yeah, now that we've programmed the heads-up display properly, this should be right on touchdown zone for us. Kampong Pakatan. Chua. Kampong Kuala Bukit. Or Luckit. Kuala Luckit. Probably Luckit. Kampong Sawa. I don't know what these different spots are. If it's like some sort of historical building or park, or I wonder what that would be. It's still early on the East Coast. It's only 9 o'clock, and I don't have to get up early tomorrow, so there's a good chance I may be back with something here pretty soon. I do have to make a couple of phone calls. I got to do a couple of emails, but there's a good chance I'll be back pretty soon tonight. Do a little, a short flight with like a single engine type plane. Just to do something else. Doesn't look like this plane will roll out and flare on its own. I don't think this airport will let us do a Category 3 landing, so maybe we should just land it ourselves tonight. We could do that. I haven't done that in a while, but I usually let the plane land itself because I like looking at the scenery. And if this, like, the one nice thing about Aerofly, I will say, is that they make it very easy to fly the airplane outside the airplane because they have a horizon indicator. So I know, like, I know we have the VS indicator here, but that's not I like having a bar so I can see, like, visually see a bar where we're at, not just look at numbers, negative and positive numbers. Such a beautiful country. God, you gotta be so lucky to live. I thought that was a golf course for a minute. So lucky to live over here, man. Oh Lord. It's beautiful over here. Much different than where I live. That's for sure. Oh, we are gonna roll out and flare. Okay, it did pick it up. Very good. I wasn't sure if this runway would do it. See that reticle? Right smack in the middle of that touchdown zone. That's because we programmed it. I didn't mean to stop. Good Lord. Let's see if our air marshal is here now that we chose the option to taxi to the gates. Let's see. Is having trouble turning tonight. It turned really well at the first airport. I don't know why it's being difficult now. Oh, I have an idea. There we go. Okay. Let's see if it'll be easier now that those are off. Probably should have clicked the autopilot button a couple of times on there to turn it off. Yeah, now it's turning much better. Okay, very good. Yeah, I didn't click that button because I didn't think we needed to. Now we're good. Where are we going? Gate 149. All right. Give me my man with the sticks. I think that's one of the coolest things about this simulator. Out of all the things this simulator does really well, I think having that air marshal with the sticks waving us in is one of the coolest things. Might be the coolest thing for me, actually. There's our gate. Now, that's the second time I've landed in an airport in this region, and there's been a plane in front of us. Fuck it, I'm gonna try to go right through this plane. Shouldn't be there. He should have moved. I think I do see the guy, by the way. Or girl. I guess it could be a girl too. The person. I think I see the person. I thought I saw a little speck right behind the push cart. Ooh, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. I said, move, bitch. Yeah, we're going right up your ass, bitch. Take that, plane. We split you right down the gut. Oh, no. He's not there. Oh. So heartbroken. Yeah. Damn. Thought he would have been there. All right, let's go ahead and turn these off. Turn these off. Turn you off. You off. Can we connect the ground power? Let's turn on the APU. Let's you up. Let's turn the packs off. Go ahead and turn the you down. Put you down. You know, let's just turn it back because I think that'll end the simulator. Maybe not. Usually that gives us the flight log at the end. I know this is not how you would shut it down in real life. I'm just trying to get the flight log. Oh well, we're here. We're good. Let's finish turning off these lights. All right, my friends. I will see y'all very soon. I don't know if I'll be back tonight. I might be. Now it's kind of late for me, even if it's only 10 minutes later. But yeah, we'll see. I have to fill out an application tonight. I might be back a little bit later. Like I said, I may do a little plane, or I might just stream something else completely. I don't know. Maybe I'll stream some Farming Simulator or one of the 5 EN games that I'm playing. You know, I don't know. We'll see. But that's about it. Before you leave, please click subscribe and click the notification bell. Just on 2 things. I would certainly appreciate it. It might not mean a lot to you to click it, but that half a second that it takes to click those 2 things means a lot to me. I really do appreciate it. Anytime you spend on this channel is awesome. I appreciate it. And I think I said appreciate like 5 times in the last few seconds. That's kind of strange. Anyways, well, I mean, I do appreciate it, but it's just, I don't usually repeat words like that. Anyways, I will see y'all again very soon on the Airplane Show. over the beautiful skies of Mother Earth. We will fly something together very soon.